Shalom Yasharala, Great Millstone, Louisiana Saints, New Orleans Camp, coming at you with another lesson. But before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the elect. So, Apostle Dahar, the elder, he just uploaded a video saying that GMS was right all along. It's here, and prophecies are speaking. Brothers are going through all sorts of things in their personal lives, but it's important to keep in mind that everything we've been prophesying is happening. And as it tells you in Isaiah 36:6, and we're going to get on Ezekiel 33, prophet in the money. We had a time right now when everything we've been teaching is happening right in front of our faces, and this is really a time to look forward to press toward the mark, and not that mark, but to press towards salvation. Because prophecies are proving that we've been right all along, so which means what? We have to be the men of the Lord, Abaratazah. So let's start with this one.
This Isaiah 36:6. It says, Look, God, trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it.
Right, and that Egypt is talking about Babylon the Great, that future spiritual Egypt spoken of in Revelation 11:8. That's where we are right now, and our people trust in Egypt, man. Going back to what Isaiah 30, Isaiah 31, our people don't trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, they trust in a broken reed, the system that's going to end up ultimately causing everybody to have to put something, a charagma, an insertable piece of technology in their right hand or their forehead. And who's been prophesying this? Who's been warning our people of this? Right, the men of Great Millstone start with the apostles all the way on down to the younger brothers.
This is Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them.
Right, it says, lo, it will come. Lo is Old English for look. The Lord's saying, look here, it's going to come. Everything in this book is going to happen. And the men that have been bringing it out, you're going to know that a prophet was among you. Even brothers that, you have family members, you have so-called friends in the world, you've been told, hey, there's going to come a point where you're going to need this technology to buy and sell. And all of our people know this. They all know that they're Israelites at this point. Right before we started the lesson, brother went into, the difference between ignorance and stupidity. There was a point where our people were ignorant. But Yahushua said what? They have no cloak for their sins now. You all know who you are. You're willfully choosing Satan over the Most High, the so-called white man. You made that your savior. You made that your power. And there's going to come a point where that your power, your God that you worship, he's going to force you. He's going to cause you. Matter of fact, we got to get out Revelation 13:16.
Because Revelation 13, verse 16, he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Right, and that's the time we're coming into, man. Brother's got some articles we're going to go into. This man he passed a bill that basically he's going to put the production of certain technology in the hyperdrive so that he can have enough charagmas for everybody on Earth. And then when you go into that word, you got the word cause it.
Because Strong G 4160, Pardio, to make with the names of things made, to produce, construct, form, faction, to make ready, to prepare.
To produce, to make ready, to prepare. That's what's going on right now. Mass production of this charagma. Why is he doing that? For no reason. He just has an obsession with making small implantable pieces of technology to insert in people for no reason. No, he has a reason. It says you can make it. You got the article on the kind of.
This is an article from NPR. It says the new Chips and Science Act will bring semiconductor charagma manufacturing to the U.S. It says Joe Biden signed the Charagma and Science Act of 2022 into law Tuesday, which allocates $53 billion in federal funding to manufacture semiconductor carotmas domestically.
And that's heavy. All right, now anytime you Jakes ask the government for something to benefit you and your family, the government doesn't have any money. But when it comes time to go to war, when it comes time to give money to Ukraine, when it comes time to mass produce carotmas, all of a sudden we just got $50 billion. We got $100 billion out of nowhere. Why is he doing it? Because he's going into that word causative. He's preparing to make ready to produce these carotmas that are going to have to go into you, your children, even your pets. All right, this is going to be a tracking device that you're going to need to buy and sell.
It says, all right, stop for a moment and look around your car, your desk, your kitchen. How many high-tech gadgets do you see? I mean, look, it says your laptop, your cell phone, your TV, all of those things, they need semiconductor carotmas in order to function. And if I can say, that's what they're covering it up with. You know, it says, and most of those chips are not made in the U.S. Now, the Biden administration is determined to change that. So today, the president signed the Charagma Science Act into law. It allocates more than $50 billion to bring semiconductor carotma manufacturing to the U.S. and away from its current production hub in East Asia.
Now, again, you're talking about a man that has no money to fix the education system, which has been broken for over 5 decades. He has no money to fix the roads. He has no money to fix the actual problems in society, but he has to mass produce carotmas. What's going on? Prophecy's going on. The Most High is controlling Esau, Edom on the left-hand side, and Esau is going with his move. He has to fulfill prophecy. You know, I remember coming into the truth, Jacob would scoff at the carotma. He would say, why would the white man do that? That's a crazy idea. He's a crazy man. He's a villain. So of course he's going to go with his move because the Most High is controlling him. This has to happen in order for us to get out of here. There's no way to the kingdom of heaven without Revelation 13 happening, Revelation 14. We're not just going to just go into the kingdom because we know we're Israelites and we just have, cookouts, barbecues, and friendships. No, we have to go through that tribulation, and it's going to be brought on by the Charagma.
If I can add something as well, and you see the turning point in pretty much in the world of the earth, man. Everything is electric. Dogs, right? They even passing the electric bill, an actual bill in the house, man. You got.
I want to say, add this what your brother saying. I'm the type of brother I like to deal with, cars and muscle cars and shit. Even the people that deal with, like, just say Chevy, everybody that actually came up with the ideas to build a Corvette, the new Corvettes and the new Camaros, those guys have been shifted to deal with electric cars now, inside the industry.
Yeah.
Even when you go to Dodge, a lot of guys go crazy with Dodge Hellcats and all that shit. But those guys who came up with the concept of building that car and making it powerful, they're switching them over to electric. And they actually trying to get technology where it is keyless. Like you just digital. Because I wouldn't be surprised even with this how they got the high gas bill. They're trying to wean you people off gas powered cars to actually go on electric now. That's another way. Make the gas extremely high and mass produce electric cars to get you to get into this digital concept, man.
Yeah. And that goes into causative. He sets up a problem, he has a reaction to it, and then the solution was the plan all along. Well, let's make gas prices so high people want more electric things as a whole. We have these cars now. Let's make everybody dependent on the phone, and then we can just put the phone in their hand.
And then you got Biden, I believe it's Biden. I did a Ryan talking article. Then you got Biden eating the electric car bodies or owners or something like that. I'm gonna get the bill. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So it's moving towards pretty much everything is electric. Gas is kind of a thing of the past. If you go in somebody's house and really see they have gas, that's gonna be an older house, man. For the most part, right? Even the older houses are being transitioned over to electric, man. All right, the old way, because they make it electric is more like it's easier, it's more convenient, right? But they want to put everybody on the grid. Everything has to be on the grid so they can have total control. You got gas, you still can live, right? You got gas to create fire, particular things. You don't need electric for to start gas, man.
It's quote unquote smart.
It's smart, yeah, it's smart grid, which we did the lessons on that, going into those, I ain't see the little smaller little pieces, you know, the MTOP. Go ahead, brother. Just go ahead.
Yeah, which we have to speak like this because this devil, he knows that he's exposed. So anyone talking about it, you know, is an enemy of the state. But if you've been watching, you know what the brother's talking about. You know what we're talking about. So really, we just speaking to the choir.
He even using AI to track down hate speech on the phone, man.
Yeah.
He gonna use artificial intelligence to track down hate. What are you doing?
It's like now, YouTube got all these goddamn bots talking to you now.
Yeah.
They're sending you shit, scam, talking about all type of shit. The bots are either controlling the music industry and buying and selling goddamn CDs and shit, even in the shoe business. You buy tennis shoes on StockX, you gotta go against a bot.
A bot, yeah.
Bot is going for the group control these motherfuckers, man.
You had a machine with the train with the all saying I in it, and the people in Canada, man.
Montreal.
Yeah, Montreal. You just walk up to her, you put your fingerprints, they start to tell you who you are, right? The transition, listen, we are not transitioning, we are in it, right? Because people don't understand what's a soul stage or something. When you actually fully in it, it's transition in stages, man. It's quarters of what you go into something. This how these devils move quarterly, man.
Yeah, you saw that term gradualism.
Gradualism, yeah.
Gradually brings you to that point. It's like that frog in the water. Man. We talking about boiling, put the frog in the boiling hot water, it's gonna hop out. But if you just turn it up just real slow, let it simmer. That's what Esau's been doing.
They want the frog on the electric stove. They don't even want it on the gas stove. Make sure it's the electric stove. Go ahead, bro.
Just to let you know that it's already here. I remember I sent y'all brothers a video a while back. In St. Louis, it's a grocery store, and they actually have an AI robot that runs around the store. And you don't have to go to another human being and ask for something in the store. This robot is roaming around in the store. And also, when you check out, they let you know that, like, this is a very high-tech store that I was in. Never seen it before. But once you're in that store, it's even no cash payments. It's nothing but digital payments wherever you go. So that's a pure indicator of what the fuck going on.
I got some. Would you go ahead?
Now, the same part of gradualism, you gotta think about it. We went from cash and coins to card and swiping, then to the chip in the cards. Then they have what they call tap pay, where you can just place your card on the screen. And then they have contactless payments with the Apple Pay and the Google Pay. You just put your phone up there and scan. I mean, so like I said, we've been gradually moving into it, going into the ledger.
Massaging it into these people, man. Yeah, this is something back that I remember, because I've been trying to find this article. This is an old article with KBR. KBR, and they had back then, like in 07, 08, 09, the company KBR built the actual, one of the largest warehouses in America back in Texas, and they had started mass producing Charagma. The actual little grains of rice, started mass producing them at large scale, and back at that time, it was like a year or two, they already got into like millions and millions of Charagma they had produced out of the machine. I've been trying to find an article, but I can't. But I found another older one, goes back to 2004, and it says that the Freddie DA, if you know what I'm talking about, Freddie DA approved implantable Charagmas to access medical records, man. And it goes on to say the U.S. Freddie and the Drug Administration has approved their variable Charagma. If you know what I'm talking about, variable CHIP, right? Yeah. And implantable radio frequency identification device for patients, which will enable doctors to access their medical records. It says the docs, hope that use of this device will result in better treatment for the people. I didn't even say that people. Right? The emergencies are when a patient is unconscious or lack of medical records.
But see how they're framing it as we're going to help you. Look, if you're sick, you can't respond to the personnel with your records. Look, all you need to do is have something in your hand that's going to have your records on it. He produces a problem, then he has the reaction. He knows what the reaction is going to be. Oh yeah, we need some new technology to fix this, and then the solution is the problem.
It says some people have raised fears, however, that it could be lead to infringement of people's privacy. The chip is the size of a grain of the charagma is the size of a grain of rice, and is implanted under anesthesia beneath the patient's or the people's skin in the tricep area of the right hand or the right arm, which we know as the right hand. All right, this is where it is invisible to the naked eye. It contains a unique 16-digit identification number. A handheld scanner passed under the injected area activates the charagma and displays the number on the scanner. All right, it says the docs, all right, and other higher up staff, all right, use the identification number to access the patient's people's records on a what is secure database via encrypted internet access.
That's what he's doing. And this is in 2004. This is before the truth went out. This is before the apostles hit YouTube. They were already speaking about this in the 90s.
Yeah, I got a book in there that goes back. It goes back between I think 1984, 96, 1984, 1986, 1985, somewhere up in there. They were talking about this, man.
Esau's been planning this for ages, man. Esau's not like you Jakes. He's not reactionary. He plans things generations in advance. Esau knows how reincarnation works. He knows the elites know they come back every 3 or 4 generations. That's why they're so particular about their bloodline. Because they've been planning this from the inception of this country. They know that this is Babylon the Great. They know that. They know we're the Israelites. They know they're the Edomites. They're actually at war with our power. This is not a light thing. It's not a joke. This man is actually obsessed with becoming the Most High. He actually thinks in his mind that he's going to get away with this. Because the Most High bugged him out.
Going back to one of their found leaders, Adam Weishaupt, right? And this knowledge has been passed down from that time, all right, on to the ages, even to the time of, Apple Pike. All you guys know about it. All you guys, Apple Pike had a book tell you about World War III, tell you what their plans are, what they're finna do. You know?
Everybody knows the Jake, man.
I got this scripture for you. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 21, verse 11. It says, "For they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device, which they are not able to perform." Yes.
The evil device they're not able to perform. Why? Because the Most High has appointed the bounds that this devil can't pass. And we, it seems like it's taking forever for us. You're in the spirit. Time moves differently. You find out you're an Israelite. You come across the actual true doctrine, which is taught by Great Millstone, and you want these things to happen tomorrow. Like, oh, the kingdom. Oh, okay, Jacob's trouble. Let's do it. But the Lord has an allotted amount of time. And certain prophecies have to happen in their own order. And this prophecy right here, we're living in the beginning stages of what the brother read in Revelation 13.
And another reason why these devices can't pass, because the tell you in 2 Corinthians that we not ignorant to it. Right? Because again, the devices are deceitful. All right, he gonna perform his miracles. Right, he gonna show himself as an angel of light. Yeah. Right to the people. Oh, I'm helping handicapped people. I'm making life easier. Because convenience is a death trap, right? Because anybody who's convenient, because even I remember Apostle Charagma said that nothing happens in the comfort zone, right? So if we give them comfort, right, they're not gonna think, they're not gonna react. They're gonna just what? They're gonna just die off, pretty much. The more you're deceived, and in an illusion, the easier way to kill you, man. They don't want resistance. They don't want us to fight. They just want to let's get everybody under an illusion and just kill them, man. Right? They'll be dead before they realize what's actually happening. That's a vice. Go ahead.
I just wanted to back up what you saying with this article, and it's contrary to the article that the elder brought out, because literally he just brought out an article from 2004 that said that's what they're actually doing, you know, with the you know the thing. But this is an article from February 7, 2022. It says, but it's from Clara Roosberg, CNN. It says misinformation about the thing on social media. And when you go down, it says a false claim about Microsoft in the thing. It says a January 16th tweet. It says which gained more than 1,200 likes, falsely claims that Microsoft is testing for the thing. No, it's like testing a thing to hold Jamba Juice information that will be implanted in a person's skin. It claims that human trials will start in July on a micro thing implant smaller than a pinhead that will hold your booster status and other information to enable a fast and easy way to access things like shops and events. And pretty much, go ahead.
It makes sense how all of a sudden, out of the blue, these two characters, Billy Gates,
Yeah.
DJ Trump, they always kept these guys. I mean, you can go way back to the early 80s, all right, when they had the show Martin, when they had several times this guy was on there. You had Simpsons figures. He's always been around. And then the other guy, Billy, that always had this guy around. He was just solely fucking with the computers. All of a sudden now we get into this going to the campus society, digital age. Oops, they put these guys up even higher in a position to where now they in control of this, man. They lead together and in control with this shit together, man. That's what you boneheads out here, man. You cop talk to them, see this shit though. Talk. Ask a regular Jacob about this. A regular, he might go, he's moving up in life. Got a promotion, man. Became the president. What's wrong? What's wrong with that? No. The guy buying up all his land. All right. I mean, these guys got patents for the C-19, all of the PPE and shit. You don't see nothing wrong with that? You got farmers talking about this though. The local farmers in the Midwest, up north, they talking about it like, what the fuck you buying all the land from everybody?
Yeah, this man's like the head of the military now. He's talking big shit. Like this is allegedly just some random computer nerd that struck it rich, came up with a company that, come on, man, all of that's controlled by the CIA, the elites. All of these people are puppets, and they're all related to the. They're all related to the elites. Yeah, we'll put it like that. All right, so this person's that person's cousin. This person is that person with their last name changed. These are all the same families, and it's all in the Bible. It's all prophesied, and the Lord gave a specific amount of men the real truth of what's going on. And we've been charged with telling our people this, but they don't want to hear it. They want to trust in that broken reed, and they want to just be. They want Egypt to continue, basically. That's the mindset of our people.
Well, you got this new thing. They say you got a lot of people under the Mandela effect. I don't know if you heard of that. You know?
Yeah, people don't really remember what happened in the 90s, 2000s. People have a false memory, and everything's been recorded. A lot of scriptures, man.
Yeah, they put the Monopoly Man. When we grew up, the Monopoly Man had glasses on, but they'll say that the Monopoly Man never had glasses. You see, Fruit Balloons had that cone, that Thanksgiving cone. Thanksgiving Day, you know, had that little brown thing, the long tooth, the fruit inside. They said we never even had that. They always been the fruit out there by itself.
And they want you to register all your thoughts with them, and they want to remember for you. They want to erase the past is like, even they come out the metaverse, don't be in reality, right? They give you all kind of signs to show you like this the adjustment period. Like, right, we got adjustment spirit in the earth, like just go in the metaverse, the real life, anything real life. Jay can't even write in cursive no more. Yeah, that's the thing of the past, y'all don't know. Yeah. No, the children of this age, they don't write in cursive. Signature, they write in
it's digital now.
print. It's really digital because you can form any form you sign at an email, you can digitally sign it with
Click a check.
just ask a check, a box,
Yeah.
an authorization box. Go ahead.
They took away the original clocks.
It's
nothing but
It's
digital clocks.
digital clocks. You don't see clocks with that.
You got a lot of motherfuckers. You got a lot of. It's funny to say that it's a lot of motherfuckers. They can't even read an actual dial watch, man.
Oh,
Watch with the tickets and all that shit. They can't read.
Yeah.
Like we was talking about the other day, hey, with the phone situation, Jake can't even remember phone numbers no more.
Yeah.
It's like why on a computer, little small phone to do it. You people fucked up, man. Fucked up, man.
And this all happened in our lifetime. This wasn't
Yeah.
hundreds of years. We saw all this technology come out, change people immediately. Social media.
The big fat computer age boxes or whatever with the keyboard.
I remember computers. I was like, oh, that's a little boy.
That's easy. It's reduced down there. It's useful.
It's with the babies now. We got iPad babies, and if I'm not mistaken, children get an iPhone at the age of 7, 8 years old. And they got their own iPhone.
3 could go down.
Yeah.
We talking 2.
Own iPhone, iPad babies.
And they working it. Like, you know.
Yeah.
They got their own social media pages.
It's institutionalized at this point.
They're pretty much like all of these people already uploaded to the grid anyway.
Yeah, already connected. The Internet of Things. Well, we've been saying that years ago. Which connects everything back to what? The Internet, man. Telecommunications, man. That's the goal.
You got Jake that see like, you know, I'm gonna live off grid. Hey, bro.
They know everybody's gonna do that.
Bro, yeah.
Jay just think they gonna run in the trees, bro. That ain't what.
Bro, it's like we need the Lord, bro. It's no other
How you gonna run in the trees when they already set you up to live off Walmart?
satellite.
Listen, you gotta live
Yeah.
off Walmart.
Yeah.
They know JK, they took all the fish out the water. They polluted the waters. It's like they made the animals change their places. They're wild beasts now, so when you go in there, they looking to eat you. It's like the animals gonna hunt you. Then they cut all the trees down. The animals is literally walking on side in the earth. Bro, they had all this figured out, man. These people been having this since centuries, man. We talking since they came into power, man. 1400, these people been planning this, man.
I got a precept for you.
You got.
This is Obadiah 1:4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, then will I bring thee down, said the Lord Yahweh.
He exalts himself as the Most High. He wants to be the eagle, which he's the eagle in the scriptures. Tells you the lion is going to take down the eagle, man. That lion is Yahweh from the tribe of Judah. So he has all these plans, like the brother brought out. He's not going to be able to perform his devices that he imagined. Because he's really deluded by the Most High. You know, the scriptures speak about how, you know, two-thirds of Israel will be under a strong delusion. Esau is also under a strong delusion. He really thinks he's going to achieve his mad scientist plan, man. That's clearly not going to work. Yeah. Still got the.
Yeah, I got it.
It's Job 20 verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain upon him while he is eating.
Shall rain it upon him, man. He actually thinks he's about to fulfill his pride, opus, magnum opus. Yeah, he actually thinks he's going to get away with it. But the scripture says, right when he's about to do that, that's when the Lord's going to come back and just throw him out of power. We're rushing towards the enslavement of the heathen. He actually thinks in his mind he's rushing towards the fulfillment of his enterprise, but he's actually rushing towards his own demise. So if you're in the truth And you know that you should be elated when you see these things. You should be excited. We get excited every time we see another video, another clip of these devils mass producing the Charagma, testing out this technology. This is going on the blockchain. All these things are going to get done. You know, okay, it's about that time. You gotta get ready.
Psalms 118, verse 23. This is the Lord's doing, it is marvelous in our eyes.
Yeah.
This is the day which the Lord hath made, we will rejoice and be glad in it.
Yeah, this is the day the Lord's made. We rejoice and be glad in it. We rejoice at prophecy coming to pass, even though it's kind of scary. It's kind of like, you know, woe is me, you know, Ezra's, who's going to deliver me in those days? Yahushua. We have the answer to the question that Ezra's asked. Right? Who's going to deliver us in those days? Yahushua Mashiach. We have the full volume of the book. We understand how these things are going to play out. And we know that Jacob is going to be saved. The elect, the remnant is going to be saved out of this.
I was saying, shoot, the days being shortened for the elect sake.
Yeah.
Say, man, seeing these properties coming back, they be closer to the kingdom. That's what we're excited, man.
Right.
I got one for you. This is real quick. This Job 20:15 says, he has swallowed down riches, he shall vomit them up again. All right, since the Most High shall cast him out of his belly. You know, that's what the Lord will do, man. All the riches, all the things that this man have taken, all the spoils he have gotten over the different years and centuries and decades, he's gonna vomit all this shit up all at one time, man.
It's going to be in the twinkling of an eye, man. It's going to be saved. Our enemies are going to be destroyed. It's not going to linger for 30 more years, 400 years, Jake making these long plans. You need a plan for the kingdom of heaven.
I just want to add to you real quick. You was talking about Esau's, his diabolical plan that he thinks that he's going to be able to get off in these days to come. Part of it being the Charagma, but also I'm looking at this article with Elon Musk, who believe that they can get to Mars in it costs this much to get to Mars, and it'll take about 6 months to get there. And it says that Elon Musk thinks expanding to Mars is the right thing to do before World War III or a natural disaster happens.
Trying to escape judgment. They can't escape judgment, man. First of all, you can't even make it past the Van Allen belt. That there's so much radiation. Anything that passes through is going to die. So the idea that you're going to go to Mars to escape the Most High, again, Esau is under a strong delusion. And these people really believe that stuff. They believe Elon Musk is going to save humanity.
SpaceX.
Yeah, SpaceX. This man can't even stop his wife from cheating, man. How is he going to save humanity? Now, look at that.
Man, you Elon Musk.
Hey, you Elon Musk, you can't even control your wife. Like the heathen are under the curses now, man. Deuteronomy 30:7. So how's a heathen that can't save himself going to save? Man, you bug out if you believe in that.
He haven't got boxing years. Years? This motherfucker ain't had boxing years. Like,
That's
deep.
other shit.
So that's you be married, not even tell you.
His face look like it though.
You don't got to be trying to peek in the brain of the world, man.
Yeah, he don't want boxing.
Yeah, he want to
He
no.
want to box.
What are we going to do today? Try to take over the world? They didn't come to. Why get boxed when you're in position to help take over the world, man? Literally, like for real. Well, that's their mindset. So I think.
This second Ezra chapter 11, verse 44 says, the highest also had looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. And therefore appear no more thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious heads, nor thy hurtful claws, nor all thy vain body, that all the earth may be refreshed and may return, being delivered from thy violence, and that she may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that had made. And that's ultimately, what we're hoping, hastening for, and also what these Edomites are pretty much, like the brother said, speed racing too. They think they finna pretty much take over the world and do as they please, but like I said in verse 44, their proud times have reached the heavens, you know?
Just backing up that Obadiah, man. That eagle that exalted itself. And you had the ancient Roman Empire, which their symbol was an eagle, and then it came back as Babylon the Great. The so-called white man's power structure. He always tries to outdo the Most High, to boast himself among the stars. And the Most High just shows him, I'm in control of all of this.
Yep.
And this is all we try to convince our people of. Look, trusting Yahweh Bashem Shah. He's the one behind the Charagma ultimately. He's the one behind NATO. He's the one behind, concentration camps, all of these things that are coming to the earth. The Most High ordained them, so much so that he wrote it in a book thousands of years before it happened. And he told us to tell our people, but they will not hearken, man, because they're, matter of fact, keep going on Isaiah 36. You still holding Revelation 13? Because our people, they refuse to hearken unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. They love Egypt too much. That's how you know who the people are. You read the book of Exodus, and you look at niggas, it's clear who the Israelites are, man. You don't even need Deuteronomy 28, which you bring it out, but just read the Bible, man. That's Jake all day. You got it.
It's back in Isaiah 36 and 6. It says, Lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed, right? Yeah, on Egypt, whereon is a man leading will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt to all that trust in him.
Pharaoh is king of Egypt to all them that trust in him. Now we know Yahushua is our king. He's the king of Israel, all right? Who these heathen call Jesus Christ. He's our king, but unto these niggas, oh, give us Caesar. We have no king but Caesar. That's the mindset of our people, man. A bunch of homeborn slaves and coons. Keep going.
And to add to you that Egypt represents the house of bondage on Exodus 20 and 2. And our people is going into Jeremiah 2. Our people are homeborn slaves. They love bondage. They love to be apprehended with whoever apprehended them, man. Hey, the vast majority of Israelites is house niggas. Because they love, whether they field niggas, they still got the mindset of a house nigga in the field.
Yeah, because this is Esau's house.
So don't matter.
Jake is still on some rise and grind. I got 2 jobs. I got 8 sources of income. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. All of that goes to forward Esau's house. So the brother's right, man. All our people are house niggas, man. If you're not in the street, specifically Great Millstone, because you have other Israelite camps, they still house niggas, man. They still want Esau to thrive, but we can have an Israelite kingdom within a kingdom. That's madness, man. We want our own land. We want slaves. We don't want to have a kingdom within Babylon the Great. Yeah, Israelite community in Babylon.
That's what the Lord said. If I would have came to the heathen, they would have believed me. All right, and guess what? Just imagine that if the heathen would have believed the Lord, the first thing the heathen would have did, especially Esau, he would have used our own power to enslave you niggas. That's the first thing in his mind. Take the niggas out. All right? And that's the same mindset that the elect have, man. When we get in the power, take them devil lord out, how would take them out? Enslave them, man.
Yeah. Not Jake, though. Jake first thought is, oh, the white man can't be saved? Oh, we the Israelites? What about Massa? God loves everybody.
Hey, what that shit was, I know we were young, you had that show by Lucy.
I don't know.
And it was the gene, the bitch was the gene.
I Dream of Genie?
Yeah, it was another show, it was about
Bewitched.
something like that, yeah. And the first time when they get the power that's in that bottle, is to live forever, riches, and take down the enemy, man. I mean, let's go to this, I don't watch it too much, but let's go to Dragon Ball Z. What's the first thing that's on the top guys? Vegeta, Frieza, all them motherfuckers, what their mindset is? Immortality. Enslave them motherfuckers, man. Thanos, same shit, same mindset.
Yeah. Kings have slaves, man. Jake is the only person in the world that'll call himself a king and not want to have slaves.
I'm gonna share everything with everybody. Look, I'm gonna get a piece. You get a piece of my crown, a piece of his crown.
Everybody can wear crowns.
Yeah. A piece of Black Queen.
And the job. You're a king with a job. You niggas, man.
What a queen.
Yeah, with a queen.
Q-U-E-A-N.
Yeah.
But that's what Jake wants. Jake wants a whore. Because when you go into the scriptures, man, King David didn't have a queen. Solomon didn't have a queen. Like that's not
Yeah.
that's not our culture. But Jake, man, Jake. Anyway, keep going.
Queen goes into prostitute.
That's a whore.
A whore, man. Even on the table, on the chessboard. You know why the king doesn't have that many moves? Because he's cautious of his losses. But everybody else moves around him to do what? To protect him. Even the woman.
Yeah.
She moves all over she ain't moving like that for nothing. She moves like that to protect the king.
Yeah.
His moves are cautious and precise. Because all the battles and shit he's been in, man.
And I want to say this too. If you get a pawn all the way across the other end, you can get another queen.
You have multiple queens. One queen
So
side.
don't you worry about it.
Yeah. There's a guys like that, man. I don't even play chess, but I know nobody does. You know what I'm saying?
That's all it is, man.
I got a free
Jake don't have a ruling class mentality, so all of that's over his head. You can't think past the so-called white man. You can't think past Eve.
Yeah.
That's why he deserves slavery, man.
Right. Everything good?
Yeah, I fucking cost out, man. I don't want that shit, man. She on cows.
All right.
You get Isaiah
Just
36.
gonna finish off that,
My car. Like I said again, our people love to be ruled over. They love to they want to be like the other nations. And I have that in 1 Samuel 8. And I'm gonna just get to the point at 18. It says, First Samuel.
We're gonna end it off on that. We can end it off on that.
Okay. This is 1 Samuel 8:18. And ye shall cry out in that day because of your king, which ye shall have chosen you. And the Lord Yahweh will not hear you in that day. Nevertheless, the people refused to obey the voice of Samuel, and they said, Nay, but we will have a king over us, that we also may be like all the nations, and that our king may judge us and go out before us and fight our battles.
Yeah, and that's the history of the nation of Israel, man. Always wanting somebody to rule over them other than the house of Hashem Yahushua.
Yeah, close it up, because we probably.
Yeah, so we have a situation we got to deal with. We're going to wrap this up. Abarak's has been edifying to the elect of Israel. We're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem,
double honors the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect.
Shalom.
Yeah, turn it all up. Yeah, you probably.